Dogs are known as man's best friends for one reason: they are incredibly loyal, loving, and depend on us for their physical and emotional well-being. However, in the fast pace of everyday life, we often do not realize that some of our attitudes or habits can negatively impact the emotional health of our dog. Despite their affectionate expressions and friendly behavior, dogs also have complex feelings and can suffer from stress, anxiety, and even sadness, especially when exposed to situations that make them uncomfortable or insecure. In this article, we will address 10 everyday situations that, often unintentionally, can cause emotional distress to your dog. From ignoring your need for attention to exaggerated punishments or sudden changes in routine, these situations may go unnoticed but directly affect how your pet feels and behaves. More than pointing out problems, we will also share valuable tips on how to avoid these situations and create a more welcoming and harmonious environment for your four-legged companion. Remember, understanding your dog's emotions is not only an act of love, but also a way to strengthen the bond between you and ensure that he lives a happy and balanced life. Ready to find out how some day-to-day actions can be hurting your dog's emotional and how to reverse it? Let's go! Have you ever imagined that some routine actions, which seem so simple or even harmless, may be leaving your dog emotionally shaken? Behind that loving look and wagging tails, there is a complex emotional world, which is often ignored for sheer lack of knowledge. Dogs are incredibly sensitive and communicative beings, but they do not speak our language. Therefore, it is common that our behaviors, even well-intentioned, end up generating stress, anxiety, or even sadness in them. In this content, we will explore 10 everyday situations that without realizing it can make your dog suffer emotionally. And we are not talking about big mistakes or mistreatment, but of everyday habits that many people consider normal, such as constantly changing the routine, not respecting signs of discomfort, or even correcting behaviors in a wrong way. Each of these situations, although small in appearance, can have a profound impact on how your dog feels about you and the world around you. For example, did you know that a lack of consistency in your dog's routine can make him stressed and insecure? Dogs are animals that feel most comfortable in a predictable environment. Without set times to eat, walk, or rest, they enter a state of constant alertness, not knowing what to expect. This stress can lead to destructive behaviors, excessive barking, or even health problems such as sleep disorders. But with a few simple changes, such as creating fixed schedules for important activities, you can bring more tranquility and stability to your day-to-day. Another common example is the use of misguided punishments, such as screaming or rubbing the dog's nose in the pee. These methods, besides being ineffective, end up generating fear and confusion. Your dog does not understand what is being corrected, and instead of learning, he just develops insecurity about you. The alternative? Positive reinforcement. By rewarding correct behaviors, such as making the needs in the right place, you teach without trauma and strengthen the bond between you. And there's more: even something seemingly harmless, like stroking your dog's head, can be uncomfortable for him. Many dogs perceive the head touch as invasive or threatening, especially if they cannot see the hand approaching. Respecting your pet's signals, observing where he likes or does not like to be touched, is essential to create a relationship of trust. Let's talk also about the importance of socialization. Leaving your dog alone at home, without contact with other dogs or people, can make him anxious and even aggressive in future situations. Dogs are social animals, and regular interaction with the outside world is essential for their emotional balance. Throughout this content, you will understand not only the most common mistakes, but also how to avoid them and replace them with healthy and positive practices. We will show that with small adjustments in the day-to-day, you can transform your dog's life, ensuring that he feels loved, protected, and happy. After all, they trust us to provide not only their physical needs such as food and shelter, but also their emotional well-being. If you want your dog to live fully and healthy, follow up until the end. Each of the situations discussed here is an opportunity to improve the relationship between you and ensure that your best friend has the happy life he deserves. Let's create an environment where your dog feels safe, respected, and above all, loved. Caring for a dog goes far beyond feeding it, taking it for walks and offering a comfortable sleeping space. It's about understanding your emotions, respecting your needs, and building a bond based on trust and love. Dogs are amazing companions, but they are also sensitive beings that depend on us to live with balance, security, and happiness. After knowing these 10 everyday situations that can cause emotional distress to your dog, you now have the opportunity to look at your four-legged friend with a new level of awareness. Small changes in your routine and how you interact with him can have a huge impact on his quality of life. Whether it's setting consistent schedules, avoiding unnecessary punishments, or simply respecting the signals he gives you, each positive attitude strengthens your relationship and creates a more harmonious environment. Remember, the dog is not just a pet, it is a family member who feels, loves, and trusts you. When you dedicate time and attention to understanding his emotional needs, you are returning the unconditional loyalty that he offers every day. So take this learning forward. Observe, listen, and interact with your dog more consciously. And if you notice signs of stress, anxiety, or sadness, do not hesitate to seek the help of a professional such as a veterinarian or an animal behavior expert. After all, ensuring your dog's physical and emotional well-being is the greatest proof of love you can offer. Now that you know how small actions can make a difference in your dog's life, it's time to put this knowledge into practice. Don't underestimate the impact of his actions. His affection, patience, and care are all he needs to live a full and happy life. Your dog is an inexhaustible source of joy, and he deserves the same in return. Make every moment at his side an opportunity to strengthen the bond between you and provide him with the best possible life.